Hello and welcome everybody. How are you all doing on this wonderfully fine Thursday evening? I hope you're all going very, very well. Welcome to everyone that's already joined the chat. We've got all the usual suspects here. It's great to see. Hot Streak, Andrew, the Jerk Gherkin, the Gherkin Jerker, Stupid Leopard. Who else have we got? We got Staniel, we've got Adam, George, welcome everyone. John, welcome. It's good to see. We've got a heap of people here straight off the bat. And of course, welcome to the great livery designer himself, Ryan from Ryan Lee Graphics. How are you, mate?
Oh yeah, not bad, not bad.
Not bad, not bad. John, do you and or Mr. Roscoe make or plan to make liveries available for download? Some liveries, yes. Some liveries, maybe not. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. I think most things eventually become available, don't they, Ryan?
They do. But having said that, though, I do probably spend a lot of time doing liveries on here that no one ever actually sees.
Maybe you should share some of them, mate. Just
Yeah,
saying. Not making a big deal out of it. I'm just saying.
I do it deliberately, though, like because I sort of just mess around with it. It's a good way to quickly work out designs in my head, put them onto a car without taking many hours on different versions of things that I do.
Yes.
So I can quickly see if it looks good or not. And then just keep that one for the mental bank if I need to use that in the future on a real car.
Yeah. Oh, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Welcome, Kraz. Welcome, Jupiter. And Luca as well. I've got a few countries. You just posted yours, Speedy. Nice, nice. So you've done your livery for the race, and we will get into the race details here very shortly. I just have to. I should probably write them down, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What I will do is make an actual details room in my Discord with all the details in that. So that's going to be one easy way to check it out, as well as I'll probably share it on all my social links. Here's an interesting little tidbit. I've literally just received in a message now. A mate of mine has been doing some work for Marcus Ambrose. Now, I'm sure the Australians and Americans amongst us will know who Marcus Ambrose is, but if you're not sure, he was someone that kind of rose to fame during V8 Supercars, and eventually
2005 and 2006.
Was it
2004, 2005 sort of time?
There you go. So early sort of 2000s,
winner.
I suppose. Championship winner. And he ended up getting shipped off over to America for the NASCARs. I think he started out in those secondary NASCAR utes or whatever they're called for a little while, and eventually ended up in the actual NASCAR game. Now he is considering. Oh, actually, I don't know if I should be saying this. Anyway.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Anyway, a guy I know has been doing some work for him, and there might be some news coming out of him soon.
Yeah, just
how's that for a teaser? How's that for a teaser? I'll come back to that. Maybe not this stream, maybe not this month, but I'll come back to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick way to burn bridges and never hear from things ever again.
You're right. You are right. I just realised as I was reading it, I was like, you know what? This might not be something that that Marcus wants everyone to know. So you know what? All I'm going to say is that a guy I know has been doing some work for him. Hermulon said, if you're looking for Nordisch Life decals...
I was just reading that.
Yeah. Cool. So, the car that Brian is going to be doing it on tonight is the Lexus. The GR3 Lexus.
He's thrown down a challenge for me because I've not actually... That's why I'm turning the car around a lot, because I'm actually looking at this car, because I've not actually spent a lot of time looking at one before. There's not a lot of reference to make it off, so see what other people have been doing. So, because there's only been a couple of these cars made, so it's just, yeah, it's interesting. There's different lines. There's definitely... It's a weird looking car. There's lots of sharp angles and everything. Like you look at the front and it's very sharp, lots of angles. But then you look at the back and it's quite oval, like circular and flowing. And
actually, it is quite an odd shaped car, isn't it?
Yeah. So interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the congratulations is for Fiasco, but I'll take that. We're always going to take congratulations.
Why not? Why not? Is this share play with Ryan? It is share play, and he's making the car, yes. Correct. You're onto us. You found our secret out. No, this is definitely Ryan, who already emailed me his logo, so I was able to put it in the live stream, which you can see there above the website, down the bottom right-hand corner. Didn't he, Ryan?
What?
Yeah, I don't have your logo.
No. Life goes on.
Anyway, you can find him by searching Ryan Lee Graphics on stuff.
On stuff, on things and stuff.
Hey, Miko, welcome. The fins in the front wings are a pain if you want to split them at all with anything. Okay, okay.
The what?
The fins on the front wing. Stupid was saying that they are a pain if you want to split them at all with anything.
Oh, the canards.
Yeah. Evening, Dominic. How are you, mate?
I was like trying to work out what it was, but yes. Okay.
So,
I don't have a lot of idea. So I'm just going to wing it. And you guys can fill the banter.
Fill the banter. Let's. I'm going to start off by doing this. That which needs to be done. Oh, I love you've updated the header picture on your Facebook page to that Corplex Mercedes, the AMG. Yeah. It's a good looking bus. That it's a good looking bus, I have to say, and you can all go and check it out yourself as soon as I can figure out where the chat's gone. Here we go. And, there is a link to Ryan's Facebook page.
Fantastic looking in person as well.
Yes, I'd imagine it would be. Quite a good looking thing. But yeah, that's probably the best place. You do have a website and such as well, but I think the Facebook probably directs everyone to the information they need.
Yep.
With plenty of good examples and all that sort of thing. So this is technically Charlie's chill stream where he just watches the Pro Maker Livery. Speedy, you're 100% right. This is what's called outsourcing, my friend. This is what you do.
It's what all the smart managers do.
It's what all smart managers do. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to take credit for this. I'm going to make the YouTube revenue off this. And it's pretty much Ryan doing all the hard work. That's how this works. This is the sort of agreement we've got going on. But it's all right. I'll give him a pat on the bum next time I see him. So I suppose we should start sharing details about this race, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it's probably something you should do.
Probably something we should do. So first of all, for those in the Discord, you'll probably already be a little bit in the know and understand what's going on and all the rest.
I'm just going to interrupt you there.
Oh, please jump right in.
It's interesting little setup here. I'm wondering what that would be. It doesn't look like it would be the air intake. It's definitely not the suspension, so that's interesting.
It would have to be. There'd be air ducts, wouldn't they, or the start of some brake ducting or something like that.
I don't know.
Anyway. I mean, obviously, normally brake ducting goes down the bottom, but it does look like brake ducting, doesn't it? I've never looked under the bonnet of.
Me either. That's mainly because there's not any in the country, mate.
No, exactly right. So. Is this going to be Ryan's Nord car? Andrew, I don't think Ryan's going to be racing, so this may well... There you go, Simon's just dropped a follow for you. Yeah, get on over and follow him. Seriously, he actually makes real-life liveries for actual real racing cars in real life. He's very good at what he does. He usually hangs out in Photoshop making liveries, but he's been kind enough to me over the months to do some cool liveries on Gran Turismo for me and for everyone, because eventually I think most of them get shared. So, thank you again.
And FYI,
Rev just thank you very much for the super chat there, Rev. And it says for Ryan, £2.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't get paid much here. It's all love and support, and I do it for you fine people, not for the bloke making the shots.
That's That's it. But no, I will forward that on towards. In fact, if anyone really does, so what's your website link? Because you have a donate thing on the website link, and people should be aware of how to actually go and donate to you as well. But I do appreciate that, Rev. And next time I see Ryan, I'll buy him a Diet Pepsi.
No, not a Pepsi.
No, not a Pepsi. You can have a Pepsi Max, or you can have a light Solo. It's up to you. It's your choice, man.
Thanks.
No worries at all. But yeah, this is just a chill out.
FYI to those other people, I haven't ruled out actually not racing.
Oh, haven't you? It depends on your availability, I suppose.
I have done about 30 laps of the Nürburgring in recent times, testing out a couple of different cars.
And in fact, I believe you're going to be there yourself in actual real life, in an actual car, at the actual Nordschleife over the next year or so. Am I right there? Am I a bit off?
Yeah, mid next year.
Mid next year. Hey, Knee Slider, how are you, mate? Great to have you come along. It's great to have everyone here, actually, especially for a just a livery creation stream. Although I do have the announcement details for the next endurance race. I suppose we should primarily announce the date it's going to be on, shouldn't I? Now, again, I'm going to be adding the Livery King is here, Betty. You're dead right. And that Livery King is Ryan. Is Ryan racing, Kraz? Maybe. He was just saying then, he subject to availability, he may well be on the cards. But the date, let's do this. Because I'm just sitting on the computer, this is going to be a little bit easier to go through stuff. Oh, no, he's not racing in real life. No, not racing in real life. Although I bet you wish you were.
Yeah. I mean, the car I'm going to be driving is going to feel like it's being raced in real life.
Yeah. What car was it? An M4 off the top of my head?
M235.
M235. Okay. But still, I'll go and do it. I'd more than happily go and do the Nordschleife in pretty much anything. I'll take the next door neighbour's 92 Honda Civic. I don't care. I'll do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Better than not doing it. Livery stream is the only stream without stupid penalties. Bang, Matt, you were all over it. I was like, I need to stream. I don't think I have that frame of mind back yet to launch into some daily races. And I thought, I know. Livery stream. And then I managed to rope Ryan into doing it for me anyway. I can take your Honda Civic. That's a deal, Speedy. If you can get it over there and me over there, then I'll do that for you.
And I'm not sure if anyone realises, but yeah, this is actually my favourite decal to put onto. It's like the teardrop. The mid teardrop is the most functional shape in this entire game.
It's a good shape. It seems to run well with the lines of the cars.
It's just so versatile. You can make it into a lot of different things.
And versatility is what you're famous for.
Oh, well, sort of.
Don't mind me just writing messages on stream, because that's what I do.
You've definitely got the freedom to be able to do so.
I do, mate. I can just go for gold. I'm actually a little bit concerned this microphone might be turned up too loud, because I normally have it so far back from my face when I'm racing. So can I have an audio check over?
You're sounding pretty good, mate.
Not too loud? Not too loud?
Yeah. To my oh god. For someone who's literally spent 2 hours before being on here, actually doing a livery on a different car, which potentially might be my Nürburgring car.
Actually, I'll quickly show you. Speedy Chicken has shared his livery.
I did see it before. The purple one?
The purple one?
Yep.
I can very quickly show you that. If I just quickly transition that across.
I've already seen it, mate.
Oh, I just meant everyone on the stream.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
So there's Speedy Chickens there, and he's been able to add the CR logo. Very purple, very nice. So I presume you're going to be doing it in the Jag. But anyway, just a little tidbit there I thought I'd show on since it was there. Since we were here. Volume's good, fantastic, good to hear, thank you, Hot Streak. Is this how Ryan designs all his cars? No, Hot Streak, this is only how Ryan designs his cars within Gran Turismo, but I believe when you're making your real cars, you bounce between Photoshop and...
Illustrator.
Illustrator, thank you, yes, Illustrator.
Yeah. And I'm literally making this up as I go. Like, I quickly jumped on whilst the intro music was on, just so I could look at the car a little bit, because I have no idea. So this is an exploration adventure for everyone.
It is. That it is. Andrew's a fan of Speedy Chicken's car.
Yeah, it does look pretty nice.
You've got to go to sleep, Hot Streak. Well, thank you very much for joining me anyway, mate. I appreciate you being here, even for the shorter time that you can. Obviously, the video will be up, and I will be making a time-lapse video of this live stream as well, so that you can all watch how it turns out, start to finish, and it's only going to take about three or 5 minutes of your time, or 7 minutes. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how we go. Definitely going to be some time, and not too much time, in a time-lapse livery video.
It certainly won't be 2 hours.
It won't be 2 hours, no. No way. Hemulin is going to use the same vintage he used at the Bathurst race with a modified livery for the NERB 2.4 hour race. Yeah, I should really get to the details of this race, shouldn't I?
And
now that I think
what
we've
he means
peaked
is
with
vantage, mate.
Yes. So what did I say? Vintage. Oh, yeah, no.
There is a bit of a difference.
Yes, now that I've lost 4 people, those 4 people I didn't want to say. I've lost 5 people now. Those 5 people I didn't want to tell the details to. So now that they've gone, I can tell you all that the race is going to be split times. And split dates. This will make sense in a second. So the date of the actual race, if you're in Australia on the Superior time zone, is going to be Saturday, the 5th of May. Saturday the 5th of May, and it's going to be fairly early in the morning. I haven't yet confirmed a time, but it will be somewhere between 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. start time. So that's about when you're looking for on the 5th. Now let me look up, because I have the freedom here. Let me look that up.
That's not so early.
It's not super early. I didn't want it to be super early, because if anyone is in Perth, as it is, they're going to have to get up at like 4:30.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to have to be 3:30.
That's fair.
And that's just WA, not Perth specifically. I wasn't singling out Perth people.
Yeah, well, the people in Kalgoorlie are pretty...
Yeah.
They can do whatever.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They're whatever, but Perth. 7:30 a.m. AEST to... Okay, now if you live in London, or I presume most of the UK, if not all of the UK is on the same time zone, it's going to be 10:30 p.m. Friday night. That's quite late, isn't it?
To start a race.
No, it's quite late. That's quite late. But the problem is, if I go much earlier, is that right? Is it really 10:30 p.m.? Couldn't be. So is now like, is it literally? It's quite late.
If you go and head into the old Google time in UK right now,
yeah,
it'll give you that answer.
So it is. It's no, it's got to be. Yeah, well, right now it's midday, so that's okay.
Yeah, but that means that there's a 9-hour difference.
Yeah, but maybe. What about people that live in other places other than Perth and WA? Oh, no, you mean do other people? So, Simon, I presume you're in Perth then?
No, and the answer is no.
No. There might be like 12 people in WA that don't live in Perth, but no one knows them, and they don't have internet.
Pretty much.
Hey, Super Crunch, what's up, my man? I'm just trying to suss out a start time. Just trying to suss out a start time. I'm wondering then if it actually, because now's a fairly reasonable time for most of the world. If you think about it, it's, you know.
Well, you'd have to do it on.
Because what's the US? About 3 hours behind the UK, aren't they?
Sure.
Time in, although East and West is totally different. What's on the West Coast of the US?
Well, I know if you go either LA or Miami, that's either side.
Okay, current time in LA. Oh, I don't want current time. Oh yeah, I do want current time, and it's 4:08 a.m. Damn. So what's the other one? LA and what's the other side? Did you say? Miami. It's 7:09 a.m. So it's not too bad in Miami. Which side of the US is Miami on?
On the New York side, so the
east. Yeah, west.
Yes.
No, east.
Well, no.
No.
It's the west.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Is it?
No, it's the east. Miami's in
But
the
how?
east. What do you mean how?
Well, Miami is in Florida, which is at the bottom of the bottom of the country.
It is down under Georgia.
But then if you go north,
LA's on the direct opposite side, which is the west coast.
I've got me north and west wrong.
You have. Yeah, you're all upside. You're all
Look,
ass about face. You're all upside down face.
I'm trying to freaking create a livery here.
Yeah, well,
Give me a break.
you do you, and I'll do geography, eh? We need another geography stream.
Do you know what's funny though?
What's
Pretty
that?
much every time we do these bloody livery streams, it turns into a geography stream.
It does. We always end up on geography or biology or something.
Yeah.
So, because I kind of the three areas, because I know most of Europe is not far away from, say, London. So if I sort of base my times around London, you're only going to be what 1, 2, maybe 3 hours away from that. So if I can kind of find a time that is not too rude for Australians, for Europeans and the US, that's my goal here. I know not everyone's going to be the perfect time, and we're all going to have to probably chip in a little bit.
Sacrifices will be made, people. They will be made.
It's on the same. It's on the same meridian as New York, so to speak. Hey, Alan, how you going? And Sab. I'm just gonna go with Sab. And who else? I think we had a few US people that were sitting there quietly. Rory as well. Welcome to everyone. Great to have you along today. And sometimes time zones are what you need to get the chat juices flowing. Get these people that would normally just sit there and listen. Get them to say something. That's good. I love to see it.
Yeah, that whole east-west thing. It was. I do actually know.
You did get asked about face, didn't you?
I just thought this will spice up some people to actually have a bit of a conversation.
Well, that's it. You knew. No, you didn't. You're full of shit. This is not a replica, Speedy. As far as I'm aware, you're doing this straight out of your noggin right now, aren't you? You got a question, Alan? If I had to pick wheel or controller, which one? 100% a steering wheel. 100%. If you're really hungover and or sick, then maybe a controller. But in terms of immersion, you will not go past the steering wheel. In terms of consistency and accuracy, you cannot go past the steering wheel. Now, I will concede that in Gran Turismo, because, as I've mentioned many times before, because I believe such a close partnership between Sony and Polyphony Digital, I believe PD has put a hell of a lot of effort into making sure controllers are sensational within Gran Turismo, and they 100% are. They are fantastic. And in Gran Turismo, if you can't afford a steering wheel, I really don't think you're at too much of a disadvantage. That's my take on it. I wouldn't say the same for Project Cars, I wouldn't say the same for Assetto Corsa, but for Gran Turismo, I don't believe you're at much of a disadvantage. In fact, Speedy Chicken, someone you'll often see a lot of us sort of referred to as being one of probably the quickest guy, I'd say, or at least one of. in our little sort of, I guess, Discord or subscribers that I'm aware of. He's on a controller scrub. Now, that should say something. He's the quickest guy.
Yeah, no, he's pretty comfortably. He does it right.
He goes all right. So, for Gran Turismo, whatever you feel comfortable with. Personally, I much prefer steering wheel. Even if I knew I could get quicker on the controller, I would still stick with the steering wheel. Hello from Massachusetts. Hello, Mike. Welcome. It's the internet, there isn't a time zone. That's true, Spaced. Just had to Google, the blue part of the bonnet is actually part of the air intake. It is part of the air intake. There you go. Thank you, Jules.
Well, it is similar. It is similarly placed to that on the AMG, but it's just, yeah, it's a weird colour. I don't understand why they would do that. But
no.
Yeah, it works.
You got to go, Kraz. No worries. If you're still here, goodbye. Thank you for joining. To enjoy this game
ciao.
And feel it, the wheel. Absolutely, Super Crunch. For me, wheel, hands down, no questions asked. And if you're pretty much playing any other simulator, you're going to have a massive advantage on steering wheel. That's my opinion. But in Gran Turismo, as I say, Alan, Drive Club Graphics or Gran Turismo Sport? Definitely Gran Turismo. They're both simcades, but Gran Turismo is a lot more simulator than Drive Club. Drive Club is a lot more arcade. I believe there is, even within simcades, there's a spectrum and where they sit on the line. Yeah, sorry about the Windows update. That's still a thing. I'm sure you all enjoyed that. The song literally just stopped in time for everyone to hear the Windows update notification. I mean, I hit shut down an update every night. It never does it.
No, that'd be too bloody convenient.
It never ever does it. You were quicker on a controller than a wheel, Kraz? Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised. Look, if you're quite new to a wheel, it's going to take you a little while. It is. I think the shadows in GT Sport look shit. Why is it so blurry and pixelated? It is only on the PlayStation, to be fair. I'm getting about 1 to 2 seconds a lap when using the wheel on GTS compared to controller, which isn't too bad considering I've been sim racing for 10 years using a wheel. I'm getting about 1 to 2 seconds a lap. Space, do you mean 1 to 2 seconds a lap slower, faster?
Yeah, it doesn't really.
On GT Sport, this is Adam, said on GT Sport, I do my quali on my controller as I'm faster, but race on my wheel. It kind of makes sense. If you're good with both, it doesn't surprise me you get a better time on the controller and yet race more consistently on a wheel.
Certainly an interesting prospect.
John, once Charlie gets his hands on a big... Yep. I'm not even going to, but tee-hee. That is my jingle of choice. You're quite right.
What's that?
The Windows update notification sound that came across the stream. That's 2 streams in a row. I'm on a hat trick. Yeah. You mean you're slower on your controller? Yeah, look, to be honest, I am... There's not much in it. Even back when I did that Bathurst video, and I've got to tell you, I did not commit an evening to trying to get fast on controller. I spun a few laps. I got quick. I hate to admit it, but it wouldn't surprise me if I sat down for an evening and tried. It wouldn't surprise me if I ended up being quicker on the controller. And you do hate to see that. You just got back, Speedy. I was just talking how you're a massive controller scrub, and therefore your lap times don't count at all. That's not what I said. That's what everyone else was saying. I'm just telling you what they were talking about. It's very good from PD to make the controller competitive, considering most will be using it. That's I believe. And you may not have been there previously, but I've discussed in the past. I truly believe, because of... I just need to skip this song. Sorry, it won't be a second. because I believe of the close partnership between PD and Sony, I really truly believe that Sony would have had that as a mandate, that the controller, like how the game feels and races with the controller, is their absolute paramount priority over a wheel. I reckon you'll find Sony couldn't give... They don't make any wheels. Sony don't care about steering wheels. What they care about is that the majority of their user base feels comfortable. And I think PD have done a hell of a job of it, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
Not bad for a D-pad. Tell you what, D-pad would be hard. D-pad. Oh, they... You know, people still use X and square as throttle and brake. Now, that for me, no way would I ever be fast doing that. John, you use a controller as well? There are
I use
plenty
the
out there.
X and square for changing gears. That's about it.
Yeah, I think I use square and circle. Circle being upshift and square as downshift. I think I usually use X as handbrake, is how I usually set it up when I use controller, but other than that video...
Handbrake for it's racing, mate, not drifting.
You never know. You never know. I'm thinking more so in motorbike games. I use it as the back brake, as the linked brake.
Yep.
Remember the Neo Jog Con, the one that twisted the controller to give a sense of steering? Gee, I think I do remember that, stupid. I never use one, but... Love the look of the Lexus, so aggressive. Yeah, spaced. It's a pretty nifty car. I don't mind it. Not a bad looking car. For a Toyota. Almost missed the stream. No worries, Mitch. Welcome. Great to have you along, mate. Sal, you love the 6-axis. Sometimes I end up driving with one hand as it's uncomfortable after a while. For this reason, I'm saving for a wheel. Yeah, that's the biggest issue with the motion controls, I think, is arm longevity. Might be fine for a race or two, but I reckon if you try to sit down to a 4 or 5 hour session, you're going to end up as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'd imagine.
Or a 1.2 hour race.
1.2 hour race. Well, I still haven't given much detail on the race itself.
No.
We haven't picked a time, and we're now like a fair while into the stream. So randoms joining this, like, oh, there's an announcement, I can find out when it is. Man, they're going to be so pissed off. They're going to be having to look 30, 40 minutes into the stream.
That's not such a problem, though.
You waiting for Nations Cup, Speedy? Good luck. Good luck. I can match my wheel times with the controller, but feel like I'm absolute limit to do it. Welcome, Sal. Thanks for the subscribe. Welcome to the team, the gang. It's great to have you. Was too busy taking pics of my Lexus livery for Discord to not see the notification. Do you think they should have controller and wheel in separate lobbies? I think Super Crunch, if they do that, one of the difficulties is going to be that you're going to be splitting your player base, and I feel like there's going to be a lot less people on wheel. Matchmaking is going to be a lot longer, and you're going to have 5 people in your FIA Nations Cup lobby race, and I think that would get old.
Not to mention that it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean,
No.
I think that if someone's going to be crap at passing or driving or whatever, that can happen on a steering wheel as well.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't make anyone's race craft any better. $20 left to 2,000 subs. Hasn't that been a drag? I ripped from 1900 to 1970, and then it's just taken an age to get from 1970 to 1980, which I've now finally hit. But thank you for being the 1,980th subscriber. I appreciate it. Right, so question is, do we race Sparrow's Fart in the morning Australian time? I don't think we do. I think 7:30 is a pain in the ass for people in Australia, and I think 10:30 PM
10:30
It's too
is
late.
too late for a lot of people.
It's too late. I mean, if you're going to finish up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I think that's far too late for a lot of people.
Yep.
So I might have to revise. What did we decide? So what if we say, because I want to start fairly early-ish for Australia, I kind of don't want to ruin it for everyone here as well. What if we said 7 p.m. on that Saturday? It'll be 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Saturday morning in London. I think that's reasonable.
Which is a great amount of time for both.
However, it's 2 a.m. in LA. Which is kind of a dick time, isn't it? It's kind of a dick time. But the time on the other coast, in say Washington, or DC, is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. That's still shitty. This is hard, trying to find a time. I've got a date, and I can tell you the details of the race, which I may as well do right now. So we're going to be having 2 1.2 hour races. Let's just drop that and say 2 80-minute races. We're going to be having 2 80-minute races. The tyre wear and fuel burn is going to be on 2 times. It's at the Nordschleife if you haven't been able to guess that so far.
Which will be the full endurance.
It is
round.
the full. What do they call it in games? Just the. What do they actually call it?
Yep.
But anyway, it's the one with the GP circuit and the ring itself. So the full endurance 24-hour race layout. Is there going to be qualifying? There will be something, Speedy. Yes, there will be something. You stopped playing Formula 1, Mihir? I did when Gran Turismo came out. I may go back. Mitch is a bed person, sleeps in quite a lot, so no way you'd be able to get up at 7 a.m. for a race. Oof.
Where's the dedication, mate?
Well, we've all got to make sacrifices.
Yeah. I mean, you guys want me to be available at 7 p.m.
Yeah, maybe you go to bed early. What time did we decide? We haven't decided on a time yet, Andrew, but what I am going through is the rest of the details. So it is the full 24-hour layout at the Nordschleife. It is going to be an 80-minute race with tyre wear and fuel burn on 2 times. No compulsory pit stops, but if you can get through 80 minutes of Nordschleife without pitting, then you deserve to not have to pit. Because I think it's going to be too hard. Now, compounds, all 3 racing compounds are going to be available. So racing hard, racing medium, and racing soft. It's your choice which of those compounds you want to do. Then there is going to be a break in the middle of yet an undetermined time, but yeah, maybe around half an hour, something like that. Enough time for people to go and grab a beer, go and grab a Powerade, go and, I don't know, do whatever you do in your break. That's your business. And then we're going to come back and we're going to be doing a second 80-minute, 1.2 hour race, which will equal 2.4 hours. So it is the Nordschleife 2.4 hour endurance race. But there's just going to be a bit of a break in the middle because I think 2.4 hours is a hell of a lot to ask from people.
What about the little support category race.
Yeah, so there is going to be as well for people who I haven't decided how we're going to do that yet, but there will be a support race in the middle, provided we have enough numbers to do it. And it'll be around the Nürburgring GP circuit only, not the full Nordschleife. Most likely in GR4 cars. People that are in the main race aren't going to be in that one, obviously. But for everyone else who either doesn't qualify, and I have to go through the qualifying details yet, so you'll need to stay tuned. I should be able to sort all of this out over the next day or two, so it's going to be coming fairly close.
Go on, mate, just hash it out on the stream. Of course you don't.
I'm trying, mate. You were there, Speedy. Nice.
I'm coming up with a whole livery on the fly here, so I'm pretty sure that you should be able to come out with a couple of details for a race.
Well, I don't know. See, my job's hard. You know what's going to help? Grabbing another beer. I mean, another soft drink of some undetermined origin. The main race, John, is a GR3 race. GR3. There is going to be a period where it's only going to be open for a certain amount of time, probably only a couple of days, maybe a week, depending on how many numbers we get coming through, where you'll have to sign up, most likely through my website, charlieroscoe.com. Again, if you want to make sure you're up to date with all the details, the best possible way to do that is by joining the Discord. If you're really just against Discord as a thing, Facebook's probably the next best place to see it, because I will be posting things in that as well. So definitely do that. A very timely drop from Nightbot there, chucking in the join my Discord link right now.
Rigged.
Not rigged, though. No. So they both count as two separate races or one two-part. As long as we have enough numbers and enough people happy to do both halves of the race, it will be they will be scored individually. So they won't be accumulated. It won't be an aggregate result over the two. It'll be scored individually as two separate races, but the winner will be whoever's got the most points from both races. Does that make sense? I guess that is an aggregate, but not an aggregate time or anything like that. So yeah. As for the invitational race in the middle, it'll pretty much just be open slather. It'll most likely be whoever's... What do you reckon? Does whoever's there at the day want to join in?
Yeah, pretty much.
If there's not enough numbers to fill it up. But I'll have to go through the qualifying, how we're going to do that. It's going to have to be quick and fast and dirty, because the actual race itself is only 3 Saturdays away, including the one that is coming up very shortly, as in 2 days from now.
Well, I think what we're just going to have to do is host an evening where we just do just Nürburgring practice or something.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, or at some point during the evening, we just smash out a quali session where you've got half an hour or whatever to set a time.
So you'd have to get everyone on that stream that wanted to participate. I still think details will have to come later.
Yeah.
So details will be on my website, charlieroscoe.com. They'll be on my Discord. Most likely Discord will be the hottest off the press. I'd use MotoGP point system, so 15 people get points instead of 10. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to be using the Formula 1. I might even use more than that. I might even go full like supercar system so that everyone gets points. Even dead last gets some points.
Yeah, but you should.
Yeah, I think I should. Because there's only, let's be honest, there's only 16 of us.
Yeah.
And one will be me, so there's only going to be 15 of you guys. And depending on what you're doing, Ryan, And also Willie. We'll have to see if Willie's interested and available. The detail is quite good to watch, isn't it? Quite good to... I like that you're leaving the carbon as well. That's a good...
It's, yeah, I am...
Rather than using the black.
Yep.
They've provided you with that carbon skin already. You may as well utilise it.
Yep.
Is F117 worth $24? I would say if you like Formula 1 and $24 isn't a huge amount to you, then yeah, it's 100% going to be worth it. But yeah, that's pretty much the details. I'm going to write it all up. I'll make a special thread in the Discord for it. For questions and such. Oh, there it is, Maddie. The old Namco Twisty controller. It's horrendous looking. Let me just transition to it quickly. Sorry, Ryan, I hope you're not doing anything too important here.
No.
Just a quick transition over. We were talking before about that Twisty controller.
I'm waiting for it to turn up myself so I can have a look.
What a horrible mess. I do remember that.
Yes.
What a horrible mess of a controller that was. Loving the post-war trip-hop. Nice, Dom. Nice. If anyone is interested, the artist name is Joachim K-Rudd. I might just type that out.
I'm just going to have to unmute this so I can listen.
To what? The beats?
Yep.
The tunes? I wonder if I can just share this. No, I can't. Copy album link. This might work, you know. Who's got Spotify?
I do.
Nice. Nice, man. I like it. See if his link works first. Never done this before. There we go. Free listing on SoundCloud. That's a better link that everyone, even people who don't have, can check him out. Bang. Should show Shadow's livery. You don't want me to put that livery out, Mitch? I'm too insecure for it to be shown live. Fair enough, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do that to you, mate. I'll look after you. Can you put the music details on Discord too? Mrs. loves the tunes. Yeah, sure can, Maddie. No worries at all. How do you enter the endurance races via our website? It will be, Miko. Yes, it will. Details of how to enter will be coming up shortly, and I will make a video this time. I'll actually make... No, maybe I won't. I'll get too many people on board. I won't. You're not going to see a video about how to join and all the rest. You're just going to have to work it out. By being in the Discord, by following me on Facebook, what have you. DJ Quads on SoundCloud? Cool, I will. I will. So details are coming, definitely coming later, Andrew, yep. The Gherkin Jerker. Saturday the 5th for us Aussies and Friday the 4th? I don't think so. I think I'm going to change it. Someone's going to get shafted. That's how this goes. Someone from either the US or the UK is going to get shafted. The Australians will be right, because I'm in Australia, so I get to choose bias. Someone's going to end up getting shafted. And you hate to see it, but time zones are hard, man. They're hard. Do you game on PC as well? Yes, certainly do, John. In fact, my Project Cars and my F1 2017 are both on PC. Maybe. Or was it F1 on... No, yeah, they're both on PC. And so is all of my other racing sims like Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, R Factor 2, all these things. Race Room, yep, Race Room. I think this livery needs AC/DC in the background. The problem, Super Crunch, with AC/DC is that this video would get demonetized for copyrighted material. And I want people to be able to watch so they can figure out, 53 minutes into the stream to get some details of the race. SharePlay is going to end in 5 minutes, by the way.
Did see that.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Have they sacked the computer programmers yet? I wouldn't pay them in bottle washers for wages. Which one's Colin? Remind me. Because yourself and your friend Miko, yeah, sure. You're on Discord, so you'll say it. You're part of the Discord squad. Just a thought. Can you even do 80-minute races on endurance setting? Thought it was either 60 or 90-minute options. Could be wrong. Like Hemulin, you can't pick time. You can just pick laps. So I'll basically figure out roughly.
You can actually pick
time, but you can't pick any time, can you? I think you can pick any amount of laps.
I'm pretty sure, as somebody Hemulin mentioned, I'm pretty sure it's either 60 or 90 minutes.
Yeah, which is why I'd probably choose laps. You're entering the Nürburgring. Good, Dom. Good. What CPU specs? NVIDIA or AMD? My GPU is getting very old and needing an update. GTX 960.
So mine needs an update too?
Yes, yours does. We should probably just get something like a 1070, which won't break the bank, but they're not super cheap either.
Playing it on tax against the business, mate.
Yep, bang. Bang. In the settings, it has 10 minutes to 60 minutes, then it changes to 2 hours after that.
Yeah, we can do an actual 24-hour.
Oh, nice. That'd be cool if you could have driver swaps. Well, no, not 24 hours, but... I'll just pretty much roughly figure it out based off an average lap time and then multiply it by enough to get to 80 minutes. Just like I did with Bathurst. If you watch the Bathurst 1.2 hour, it's exactly how I figured that out. Part of me wants my livery shown for feedback. Other part doesn't want it. I'm conflicted.
Throw it up there.
Get a Radeon? Yeah, but nothing supports a Radeon space. I had one before the GTX 960. They double as a heater in winter. Mate, my TV and my PS4 both also double as bar heaters. It is literally like 5 degrees outside. There is no heater in this room, and I'm about to take my jumper off. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a pretty sweet gig at the moment on text message.
Well, just going to start duplicating because at any moment...
Would mine Bitcoin better, but meh. Actually, there are some pretty decent GPUs coming out of old mining computers. I think a mate of mine just picked up a 1060 out of a mining computer. Pretty cheap, actually. We are due an upgrade. There's no doubt about that. We just need a new power supply. And because, by the way, just to make this clear, Ryan and I actually have exactly the same computer. Purchased it at the same time. It was a pre-built one. We have a minute. We have less than a minute until this share play stops. So prepare your butthole for that, Ryan.
Yep.
But yeah, everything else is fine. We got 16 gig of RAM. The motherboard should be fine. Every component really should be fine. But we'll just need a slightly bigger power supply Not a lot bigger, mind you, but it's slightly bigger. And yeah, I reckon a 1070 will get us out of strife. Without dropping too much cash chasing it at 1080.
There we go.
It's dropped. Right, now what I just have to wait for you to reshare it, and then I can start again, yeah?
Yep, almost there. Started.
Whilst we wait for that to work, I'll quickly flick over to Shadow's Livery. They're just phone pictures, but you can have a look. There's Qantas on the front. There's all kinds of sponsors on the side. The Supercars logo's there. What else have we got? Let's look at. There's the side picture. You can see NER Performance. The full shopping list of parts on the car there. The Nürburg King. Should have put burger rings, is what we should have done. Should have incorporated the burger rings logo and the logo on the top. But there you go. Anyway, I'll transition back to Ryan, what Ryan was doing. But nonetheless, Shadow, you've been dropped in it, mate. Your livery has been shared for scrutiny. You're off, stupid. The sun's out. The sky is blue. The pub beer garden is calling. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm halfway through a beer myself, stupid. I can relate to that.
I would also like to point out, though, stupid, that there was no technical difficulties in the exchange of that stream. Just pointing that out.
Which stream?
Well, sorry, not even stupid. Speedy. Speedy says,
oh,
here come the
Speedy.
technical difficulties
But-
in us swapping there. Didn't
Yeah.
happen, though.
Nah.
All over it.
Yeah, mate. All over it. But thanks for joining anyway, stupid. Much
Yes.
appreciate you being here, my friend. I look forward to catching up with you again very shortly. Loving the outline on your livery there. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, I've really been trying hard to get this outline right. It's just, you can see me there, just sort of, you know, trying to get it lined up on the tail. I just adjust slightly. There we go. Yeah, but no, thank you for that positive feedback, mate. Appreciate that.
Move that white thing down a little bit.
I would like to, but, you know, I'm just sort of sitting here not doing anything like an idiot at the moment. Oh, there we go. Not bad from the King livery. There you go. There's some positive feedback for you, Mitch. Just dropping people in it everywhere tonight.
Why not?
Why not?
What is the point in being the owner of a YouTube channel if you can't abuse that privilege?
Exactly right. What's the point of having any power at all if you can't abuse the shit out of it? That's all I'm saying.
I guess that's probably part of the problem with most things that have happened in the world.
Yeah,
People
pretty
getting
much,
into
yeah.
some power and just abusing it. Who would have thought this bloody wheel arch isn't really all that round?
Not as round as you'd feel like it should be, unless the decal's not round.
No, the deck is round.
The decal is definitely round, but the wheel arch isn't. But that's fair enough. It's a wheel arch. It doesn't have to be perfectly round, does it?
It would definitely help in this situation.
It's, yeah. You might have to use 2 circles to line it up properly. Is that going to make the wheel look really pronounced out the side? From side on?
What do you mean?
I don't know. No, that's right. I'll see how it ties in. I'll see how it ties in. But no, look, it's looking good. It's looking good. And it's good to have some details of the race out there now. I really should start typing them up, creating things in the Discord, but I'll get to that. At the moment, I'm just sitting back enjoying watching you pump out this livery. So who's going to use this livery?
I don't know.
Am I going to use it?
I don't know.
Are you going to use it?
I won't be using it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I won't be using it. It looks shit.
Shit ass. No, I've not done any laps in the car, so I don't even know if I like the way it drives or not.
Yeah, true.
I might do lots of laps and then work out that it is good. And
There you go. Lucas said change the maximum depth to -5. It'll stay on the arch only. That's what he's saying.
to -5.
About -5 or something around there. He said for -5 or something.
Because if I change, see that's where it doesn't work.
You've minused it so far back, it's on the inside of the wheel arch now.
Yeah, see, it's either not there or it's over.
Yeah, okay. Alignment is hard.
It is, but I think we've pretty much got it. Except for that top bit, I just want to fix that. Sorry, people. Like, I'm just too much of a perfectionist from
You are. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road, eh? Now, did I cover off everything
No, probably not.
for the race? Just trying to think. I think I did. As I say, fuel wear, tyre wear on 2 times. It seems like that's the right balance for people to get different laps out of. And I think it's going to introduce different strategies, because what I did want is people to be able to use different strategies for those people, you know, burning plenty of fuel and running soft compound tyres versus those who try and be conservative and run hard compound tyres to try and cut out pit stops. But it's going to be cool. I'm excited. It's my second race in, well, can I call it an endurance race cup? I think I probably can. Enduro Cup. There we go. How about that? I really am starting to wonder if the next one is going to be on... The next one's going to be on Gran Turismo. I'm really considering using Project Cars for the next race.
Well, you just contradicted yourself there.
Project Cars. I was reading one thing and...
Yeah, well, you said...
And still talking out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sometimes talking is really hard, though. Have you tried talking?
No.
It's pretty hard.
One of those new things.
It is fairly new. But, yeah, in all seriousness, I am actually genuinely considering Project Cars as the platform for the next...
Well, that's where you
endurance race.
Contradicted yourself, you see.
Oh, why is that?
You said you're still going to use Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm now correcting it. So scrap that. Scrap that, Ryan.
Cancel my last.
Yeah, Project Cars 2. Look, Project Cars 2. Definitely not 1. We're not going back in time. We're not looking for a time warp here. For people making the liveries, tell them how to get the race logo. Did you show at the start?
No, we didn't do that. I will.
Oh, such a dick. Such a dick. Okay, so if you go...
I am going to have to do it.
You haven't got them yet. Well, can you quickly save now and go and do it?
No.
Piosco was the guy kind enough to convert them for Gran Turismo, so I think if he requests it, it's the least we could do.
It's because Piosco's a top bloke.
He's a top bloke. Great guy. Kind enough to take the logos, which Ryan designed, by the way. Kind enough to take those logos and convert them to SVG so that they could be uploaded. But as soon as Ryan's finished doing his things here, he's going to go out and show you how to get them. We're going to take you through it.
I shall.
Luca has also sent the links in Discord for those who don't want to have to wait for Ryan here to do his thing.
Unfortunately for you, I've got the control here, so. Oh, that's a big bag of dicks.
Stupid Santa picture from what appears to be his convertible showing the blue skies. That's why he's left to go and get beers.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's like nearly 10 p.m. here.
There is certainly not blue skies here.
Nope. No, not clear either. Let me give you the tip.
Just the tip?
Yeah. Well, if you like that, I'll give you the rest of it.
Ah! On that note, there is a new Archer coming out.
A new what?
New series of Archer.
Yes, there is. I did say that.
Get around it.
There you go. I shared a picture of the air intake for those wondering. Quickly transition you across there. You can see those two blue pipes that Ryan was looking at before, wondering what they were. Even though I definitely remember myself saying they were the air intakes 100%. There it is. There's the evidence they are, in fact. You can see the airbox here.
It's just an interesting one that they've actually gone with that rubber piping.
Fed up and in, and then yeah, look, most of that piping these days is that blue, but it looks pretty standard. I've ducked down to Autobahn and grabbed myself some piping, as opposed to we're running a race company.
The entire carbon fibre kit that is run on most GT3 cars these days.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what those two blue pipes are for those wondering.
Yeah.
Now you know. The more you know.
Don't be saying we don't teach you things here, because I guarantee you there's always something to learn on a Charlie Roscoe stream.
Always something to learn. The requirements, the requirements are so limiting for uploading decals. I agree. If you know what you're doing, like
it's within reason though.
Piosco seems to do a pretty good job of it, considering, like, to me when I first heard the maximum file size, I thought, yeah, that's not great. But now that I understand how SVGs work, I can see that it's actually not so bad.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. And I think it's within reason. Like, if they were too big, if the files were too big, and like, you know, you think it. Sometimes you look at cars now and it's already a pain. It would end up pretty quick, where you would like not be able to see cars and things would glitch out. And whereas, you know, if you think about 15 kilobytes, isn't a lot, but you can get pretty good liveries out of them. You
really can, yeah. John, you have a power supply that you would donate, but it would cost you it would cost you a fortune to ship over to me. Appreciate the thoughts though there, John. I do need to get one at some stage. You're off for Nation, Speedy, no worries at all. Good livery, have a good one, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Speedy. Thanks for stopping by as always, mate. Super Crunch, I like the matte black, but for some reason I can't get it. Is matte black, was that a colour, was it? Was that a limited thing you had to use your mileage points for? Or?
Yes.
It was. So there you go. You'll have to wait for it to go back up on the mileage.
Yeah, I do have the matte black. In the special colours.
I guess it's good if you make the liveries from the decals from scratch. It's not so easy if you're converting something that's an image. Yeah, well, I think you just trace them. Space, I would definitely go and check out Piosco's YouTube channel. If you're after the link, I think he's the only suggested channel on my YouTube channel. Go and check out one of his videos. He actually shows how to do it, how to trace it and everything like that. So he's done like a lot of images that I've seen. He does good work. He's a genius. So that he might give you his videos might give you some tips, I reckon. How much are tyres for these cars? I've always wondered.
Well, let me tell you.
Do you mean real tyres, Colin, or do you mean the mileage? No, because mileage points are only wheels. Yeah, so real tyres. Please, Ryan, I'm going to allow you to answer this question.
I'm a guy that might know.
You are a guy that might know.
Anyone who has a calculator at home, feel free to get that one out and work this one out, because this is a number that blew me away.
I've got a calculator ready.
This is a number that blew me away when I first found out. A couple of years ago during the Bathurst 12 hour, the Melbourne Performance Centre ran 6 Audi R8, so that's 6 tyres.
That's a lot. 6 tyres. 6 tyres or 6 sets of tyres?
6 cars with 6 sets of tyres.
Hang on, you could use your calculator straight away to go 6 by 4 is 24.
Whoa, look at that.
calculator's already getting warmed up for the big ones, mate. Keep
Okay.
going, keep going.
So, you got 24 tyres over these 6 cars.
Yes.
Now, you get 12 sets per car.
12 sets of tyres, so 12 by 4 is 48.
Yep.
Yep. Per
Times
car.
6.
Yep. Times 6 cars, so that was 288 tyres so far they've purchased.
Yep. At $900 each.
Australian.
Yes.
Multiplied by $900 gives you $259,200 for what race meet was
team.
that?
Bathurst 12 hour.
That was the Bathurst 12 hour for one single team. Now, to give you an idea, AUD to GBP, that's 492 British pounds and 701 US dollars. So, whilst we do joke that Australian dollars aren't really worth much, they're not that far off a US dollar, really.
No.
Really.
Well, it's, what is it? 90, 80 cents?
Well, yeah, something like that. But anyway, 900 Australian dollars is 701, which means 701... I have to do all the maths again. But anyway, 260,000 Australian dollars is going to be...
A lot.
202,000 US dollars. So that's a lot. Think about
a lot of money to throw against a wall for a weekend's racing.
Yeah, it really is. And that's just the tyres. That's not covered any other costs. Just your tyres.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way, the GT3 cars to run a 3-hour race is generally around the $90,000 to $110,000 for a 3-hour race.
Yep. There you go.
That's tyres, fuel, everything.
And Shannon actually said they're $600 per tyre for a V8 Dunlop control tyre.
Yeah, I think that was a little while ago. I know when I used to work with Dunlop Motorsport, you'd purchase wets at track because the control tyres they're allocated per race. So you get a certain amount, and that's included in your year's fund sort of thing. So you'll spend X amount of money per year, and the tyres are included, whereas wet tyres aren't actually included in that fund. So if it's a wet weekend, you have to actually buy the tyres, get your checkbook out at the track and buy them, which is always funny watching Roland Dane and Brad Jones and that whip out the checkbook down at the track and sign over thousands of dollars for tyres and that. But it was about $230, $240 for a wet tyre at the track, which is, I thought, really...
That's pretty reasonable, really.
It's pretty bloody low.
Yeah, it's very reasonable, I would say. That's like road tyre cost.
Yeah. And then maybe a little bit less. Alright, now what am I going to do to the side of this thing to make it look interesting?
Ooh. What are you going to do? When are you going to start adding logo? When are you going to go and get the actual logo so the people on the stream, the good 44 people watching, can see where they can get the logo that you designed for my upcoming Nordschleife endurance race? So that, there's no livery requirements whatsoever for anyone that wants to participate in the race. Absolutely no livery requirements. You run what you like. If it's standard, then it's standard. If you make your own, cool. But it would be nice.
You can run anything.
Anything you
car,
want. Yep.
Nothing. White car, I don't care. Run with what you bring.
But it would be cool if we could get all the cars participating to have the logo on it, the actual race logo on it.
Much like if you see pretty much any major racing category, they've got their sponsor category sponsors, which are on all of the cars. It'd be good to see something like that running.
It would. Now, Luke has made a good suggestion, I think. I don't know if you saw Luke's comment there, between all the Nightbot spam. He would like you to draw a giant chode on the side.
Probably not going to do that.
Oh, okay. Well,
sorry.
I tried.
Sorry, guys.
I tried for you, Luca. I tried.
Sorry about that. I mean, I don't know.
Shannon said that was around 2012-ish, that tyre price he was discussing earlier.
Yeah, okay. Oh, was it
Don't rush for
2010?
the logo the banter's making. You're like, cool, Matt, good.
There's always going to be banter, though.
It's always going to be banter.
The joys of the group. BT Dubs, Shannon, whereabouts do you get that information from?
Ooh. Now we're getting personal.
Tell me all your details.
When is this endurance race, Ahmed? It is going to be May the 5th. Now, we haven't determined the time yet. All finite, specific, small, not finite, that's the wrong word. Words are hard. Grammar is hard. English is hard. All the specific details
Not
will
the
be...
Pacific ones?
Not the Pacific ones, no. Definitely the Pacific Ocean and the Pacific details are going to be up on my Discord, my website, especially if you're a non-Discord user or a non-believer in Discord, my website. Now, I don't know exactly when, but I'm hoping in the next probably 48 hours, all the details, it may be less than that. It could be less, but I'm just throwing a number out there to make sure that when you do go on, they're there. All the details of time and everything and how to sign up and when you're going to have, it'll be a fairly limited time, I'd imagine. Luke is disappointed you didn't draw a chode. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's cool, mate. You do you, but I'm just saying.
It's all very well and good, but the problem is if I don't use this,
Yeah.
and somebody else wants to, maybe they don't want to chode on it.
You don't think they'd want a phallus that is wider than it is long
Yeah.
on the side of the car? Okay, well, that's fair. When I say it like that, that's fair enough, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piosco does do... Now, Jupiter, just before you say... So, Jupiter has said there, Tommy, never mind, Piosco does do requests, maybe worth a shot. You can certainly email him. I don't know if he's still doing requests. I don't know how active he is on his YouTube channel. He is certainly a genius that has looked after me with those SVGs. I can't guarantee you he will do requests, but you can certainly throw him a question, and I'm sure he will say no if he can't or won't do it.
Yeah, just take into consideration that obviously other people have lives and businesses and things like that as well that they need to work in.
Absolutely. Which is where Piosco, I believe, is right now working.
Yeah, which is why he's not here.
Yeah. Now, Betty has asked, what are the software? What are the software again, Ryan, you use, please? I presume he's talking about your liveries, your normal liveries you would use. What software you'd create them in?
Oh, for the real stuff?
For real stuff, yeah.
Well, it's basically just in the Photoshop and that. What I'll do is in the next couple of days, I'll add to the Ryan Lee Graphics Discord channel. I'll do some screenshots of what I do, the process of how to get there and stuff.
But so to confirm your question there, Dom, Illustrator was one of them, wasn't it? You said Illustrator and Photoshop.
Illustrator is mainly only really used for creating the logos to put onto them, though.
Yeah.
The rest is pretty straightforward with Photoshop. But yeah, no, it's
Livery needs more anime girls. You and Speedy would get along well, Jules. There you go, Dom, there you go, people. Dominic Hudson there has said, I don't mind the odd SVG request, just so you know. So perhaps you could hit Dom up, and if he is so kind, he may throw you an SVG, if you so desire of him. And Luca as well. There you go. Heaps of people, heaps of good Samaritans out there willing to help guys out that would like some logos up on Gran Turismo. The cost of a control tyre for the V8 Extra on Channel 7 before they went to Foxtel. I was quite surprised that it was $600. That's what Shannon said. It was on V8 Extra on Channel 7.
Yeah, look, V8 Extra, I mean, things like that, it's I wouldn't be so sure.
Because you doubt their sources.
Well, not that their sources, but they do love a bit of hype. I mean, how many times have you heard them about going 300 plus down the chase? And how many times do they actually do that?
Well, there you go. Dom's actually a retired graphic designer, so I'm sure he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So with what your perspective of what I'm doing with most of my cars and stuff, Illustrator is a good tool, but for what I need to do it the way that I do it, Illustrator isn't that useful. I can definitely see if I was doing it different ways. Yeah, there's definitely a good use for Illustrator, but not for the way that it's done. In the method that I do. I'm not saying that mine's the only way, and it's certainly probably not even the best way, because as I've had it pointed out to me before, if somebody requests a livery on a car that isn't on Assetto Corsa or something like that, that makes things very difficult for me. So these are things that I need to work out.
Bear in mind that Assetto Corsa he's talking about on PC, not PS4. So there is a stack of mods, and there are so many cars that have been done. In fact, if you can think of a car, there's a decent chance someone has put it into Assetto Corsa, which will help you out quite a bit, Ryan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yes, obviously there is always going to be the potential issues you may have with a car not being on Assetto Corsa. It's looking good, mate, the side of it. It's coming up well. I like what you got going on there.
Yeah, I'm sort of 50-50 at it.
Where are you going to slap the big logos?
Nah, that's the easy bit, mate.
Lucas says if you don't want to invest in Adobe software, then Inkscape and GIMP are pretty capable too and free.
Yeah.
I did have GIMP back in the day. I haven't used it for a long time. Dom loves Photoshop for most stuff, but like Ryan said, when you want to do logos, it's got to be Illustrator. You think Chemblocks Ford Focus, and it had all these 3D lightning strikes all over it. Took me so long to do. It probably, yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
It's actually lightning strikes which destroyed my old computer.
It is. What was that on? What was that car?
That was Michael Arman's Carrera Cup car from 2015.
Is that on your Facebook?
Probably not.
The one you
go
did?
back further. If you Google it though, you'll be able to come up with it.
What was his name? Michael Armand.
Michael Armand, 2015.
Like the nut?
Yes.
Michael Armand, 2015. Michael Armand, 2015. What sort of car was it?
Carrera Cup car.
Well, that's only got one on the bonnet. Oh no, there you go. There you go. Let's transition the screen back over so you can see it. Let me open this up a bit. So there's the lightning strikes on the car itself.
Yep. And like I went so much into detail. Like I created those. I got I actually went out and bought one of those pen pad things so that I could actually draw the lightning onto there, so it actually looked a lot more realistic. And the layers and the depth and the gradients and all that sort of stuff. One day I turned the PC on to load up that livery so I could finish it off, and it just crashed. It just stopped working.
That was your old one, yeah.
Yeah, that was the old one. That was not ideal. But can't say it's such a bad thing, because I then went out and bought this computer like the next day.
Yeah. Look it up on GTR. So you did it for Gran Turismo?
No.
No, that's what Dom said.
Oh.
That was his Kenny Block one.
Oh,
Kenny from
Block's
the
one,
Block. Yep.
Yeah.
Your lightning wasn't like that. That's photography right there. That's what he said. It's a shame you don't have. Where is yours? Where would I find yours? Would have been your website.
No, because when I updated it,
Be a Assetto Corsa, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
race department.
If you go into race department, there will be an image.
This could take me a little bit, so bear with me. Keep talking, Ryan. Talk amongst yourselves, guys, please.
Well, it should be able to pretty easy to find mine. Now this is the good bit, reversing it.
Smashing it all out in reverse.
too hard.
Do you know what you named it?
Well, it would be in the Porsche Carrera Cup mod that I did.
I will find this. I will probably find this if I commit to it. If I can stick with this, I might.
Are you on my page?
No, not yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to get to you. Hang on. I'll find you. Damn it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just quickly going to go and grab another beverage and I will be right on back. I'll leave you in Ryan's capable livery hands.
Oh, they're certainly hands. I don't know if they're capable. Now, what to do at the back?
Okay, did you miss me?
No, not really.
Don't lie to me.
Well, I only would have been lying if I told you I did.
Oh, righto, funny guy.
Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Just ask me.
Now, what's going on in the chat? Big Bunnings bumper sticker, says Matt. It is thirsty work watching other people work, mate. You're dead right. Oh, Jupiter still wants anime girls. There is one thing I can guarantee you about Ryan's liveries. One thing you'll never ever see on them is an anime girl.
It's definitely an anime girl.
It is. That it is.
See, my problem as well, like, is I'd sort of just... It's got to look like a real race car. Like, I don't deal too well in... Oh yeah, that'll do. Mind you, this is probably like the craziest one I've done in a long time. With all the arrows and such.
It is pretty crazy.
I think the crazy livery, the crazy car calls for it.
It is a pretty crazy car, isn't it? Right, now, what was the name of the skin I was looking for again?
Give me a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't find it. There's all your Black Falcon ones. Competition Motorsport Bathurst 12 hour. Find all content by Ryan Lee. Let's do that.
There you go. So I just typed in PCCA mod race department, and mine is the third option in Google, which says
PCCA mod
race department in Google.
Race department, and yours is...
Third one says Porsche Carrera Cup Australia 2015 race department.
Oh, that's the fourth one on mine, just so you know.
Well, yeah.
And these are all yours, aren't they?
Yep. Well, I did them. I didn't design the actual cars, BT Dubs people.
No.
I just did the replicas.
The replicas. Let's go through and have a look at all of them there. There's the Styx car. And there it is. Two of them, the Toshiba and OPS.
Yep. And you know the longest one out of all that was definitely the
so they're the lightning
Styx
bolts that
one.
broke the computer.
Yep.
And
If you go down as well, underneath it, the Grove one, I had to draw out each of those little black lines down the side of the car.
The tears, where it's supposed to look like it's torn.
Yep.
Had to draw that to match.
Yep.
Yuck.
And the black lines on the AH one as well. Drew all that.
Yep. And I
But,
hope that's Spotty Dog how the real one is. We don't take no second best round here, mate. And the Styx was the longest.
Yeah. I actually went down to the Carrera Cup in the at Sandown. Took an image of the actual stripe that goes down the car.
Yep.
And matched that colour for colour directly from the image that I did.
Yeah, nice. How did you make the carbon fibre, Anatoly? Welcome to the stream, by the way. And the short answer to that is he didn't.
Yeah, that is definitely the answer.
That was, in fact, the base colour of the car, wasn't it?
Yep. And I stuck with it because damn.
The hardest thing about sticking with the base colour of the car is that you can't do any weird overruns. Like, you can't have weird lines going anywhere and then just use the same colour base to stick over the top of it.
That's all right. That's part of the challenge, mate.
It is part of the challenge.
Like, don't.
Matt
think for a
is
moment-
wondering if you're just slightly OCD.
I am.
So, do you reckon the 2017 Bathurst cost a mint in tyres?
Nah.
The 1,000, do you mean, or the 12 hour? The 12 hour certainly would have done.
Yeah. So I mean, just the teams might go on about how they're hard done by and everything, but don't think for a second that they don't have money.
Dom did say you've missed a spot, and I have to ask you what those little white lines are.
That is from a previous part.
Is that a depth issue?
It's a depth thing. Yep. I have noticed them. I am thinking about how I'm going to get rid of them because I'm not going to go through and find the actual sticker. But what I think I might do is I might actually get a logo and put it over that area.
Cover it up with a logo.
Yep. Oh, listen to that crisp crack.
It was crisp too. It feels good to have, man.
Of Coke or, you know, just whatever you feel like it could be, that is what he's drinking right now.
Whatever your favourite beverage is that you feel like right now, that's what I'm enjoying.
And I know I bring it up every time, but just that Kirk's creamy soda.
Isn't that the business? That's the gear. That is the gear.
Alright, whilst I think about what I'm going to do in the back a little bit more.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's going along very well.
Yeah, I'm almost there,
And
actually.
cool. I'd love to make a time lapse of this. I'm going to have to cut out all the bits where I keep clicking away, aren't I?
You are, but then also
There's
the
gonna
moments
be
where
work
I stop talking, stop doing the livery because I'm like talking or whatever.
It's true. That's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll get her done. The crispest tin you've ever heard. It was a good sound effect, wasn't it, Andrew? I liked it. It sounded good here. Like, I'm here listening to it live, not over a microphone. I can tell you it was one of the crispest can openings I can recall. Jeez, it was good. It had a real crack to it, didn't it?
Now the truth comes out. It's actually just a sound effect you downloaded.
It's just a sound effect. I'm just enjoying a nice glass of water. Favorite livery of all times? You've loved the golf livery. Never got bored of it. You would require that. You would require that to never get bored of it.
Yeah. I think we've spoken about this before, and it's actually something that I've made my thoughts public on. Not actually that much of a fan. And I feel quite the same for the JPS liveries as well. Just
overdone. It's not that I dislike them, they're just overdone.
They look great, but they just keep doing them.
Yeah.
And doing them and...
Oh, Dom, I love Iron Brew. I do love me an Iron Brew. Have you had an Iron Brew, Ryan?
No.
You should get it. You should absolutely get it. It's not a bad drop. I'd probably almost take a Kirk's Creaming Soda over an Iron Brew, but yeah, it's still worth getting. You'll have to get it from the international section of your supermarket, though. Grab yourself a Dr. Pepper and an Iron Brew at the same time. I would have no idea what my favourite livery of all time is. Because you sort of look at liveries you used to like and then go, nah.
Yeah, it's changing.
Yeah. Lego Racers Rocket Racers car. Well, I don't even know what the hell that is. Lego Racers Rocket Racers car. Is that two separate cars?
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
There is a lot of words. Oh, there we go. So it's a Lego car and it's Rocket Racers. That is a hell of a livery.
I can't see it.
Hang on, I was trying to find a higher definition picture because there's only this real little piece cutter one. But it appears I cannot. I've only got the one picture and it's sort of tiny. I'll zoom in a bit on it though. Here we go. I'll flick it across. I guess that's the car. I'm guessing that's the Lego Rocket Racers livery. It's a good one. I mean, it's not that good, let's be honest. But it's definitely a thing. You cannot take that away from it.
It's just an Evel Knievel.
Iron Brew is great. Got a friend who works there. He sends me a free crate now and again. Nice Hemulin. It is good. I'm a fan. Cracking a Fanta. It's the same colour as Iron Brew, Shannon. That a customer bought me a few hours ago. Thanks to you, Sia. Thanks to me. Oh, what was it? Thanks to me. Maguire's in the number square at the top is what Dom's suggesting. Will the actual standard numbers slap on top of this?
No.
Cool.
But in an open lobby, it won't matter anyway because they don't put the numbers on those. So it doesn't matter. Look, how long have we been going now?
You met him playing Destiny and he mentioned he was a delivery driver for them and I went from there. Good old Destiny. How long have we been going for?
Yep.
Longer than anticipated. 1 hour and 42 minutes and 32 seconds.
Alright. Well,
we've got 40 people, 40 wonderful people watching us. We've had 31 amazing people hit like. And we've even had a couple of subscribers. So, been a good night. Thank you, everyone. It's been good. I think that's a good-looking, tasty livery.
There's a fair amount of work to go back into it. I'll probably finish it off stream.
But let's at least get some decals on it. let's get it to a stage where it's at least preliminarily finalised. How does that sound? You're not happy with that, eh? Silence says it all. Thank you for subscribing there, Spaced Skunk. We could at least go out and show people, I suppose, where to get the logos from.
Thanks for telling me to do that right after I cancelled saving it and everything.
Why'd you cancel saving it?
Well, because...
Well, you haven't got the logos yet.
You said to stick the logos on it.
But you haven't got the logos yet.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
So, A equals B. I want to see a race with that livery, Miko. You definitely will. It's going to happen. It's going to be a thing. The crack set me off thinking music and... Well, I read two comments together there. The crack set me off thinking about a drink. Yeah, it would do, Shannon. It was such a good crack. Wasn't it the crispest crack? Jeez, I'm happy with how that went. It was nowhere near the mic. I didn't hold it up to the microphone to do it. It was literally on the desk. The microphone, so you know, is at a level that is slightly higher than the monitor. So if you think about where your eye level sits at the top of the monitor, just put it slightly above that. And I cracked that from desk height. That's how good a crack it was. You dig the menu music in GT Sport? It's not that terrible, Dominic. It's GT Sport, a lot of it is very stomachable. In fact, there's even a couple of cool songs in there. So grab yourself a beverage, Shannon. Do yourself a favour. He's now one of your best friends on PSN. Proper Glaswegian. Most people can't understand due to his accent. Grew up listening to Billy Connolly, who I believe is also from Glasgow. So I reckon I'd be right. Ryan, in the top section of those number plates, what sponsor generally goes there? A tyre sponsor?
No,
that was a question. That was a question. Is it a tyre sponsor?
No. In the top section there, it could be anything. I mean, it depends on the racing category. Generally, it's
a category sponsor. Yeah, I was going to say category sponsor.
So, I mean, in International GT Open, Blancpain, all that sort of stuff, they've all got their own logos there. But yeah, it's generally just a category sponsor. Sorry, I'm just trying to rush this out, guys.
No, please. Please keep going. You tape it off and I'm still sending messages trying to become an ambassador for Marcus Ambrose's new product. Don't mind me, I'm just working while working.
Well, that's what I was doing in Telling Ben.
Yep, that's it.
Ensuring I was working whilst enjoying and then working for my other business at the same time.
I think you should be able to type in a full text. That would be nice, Super Crunch. Holy shit, they need to do that. Charlie, Dom, or Domo, or whatever you like will do.
What?
So not Dom? Yeah, well, he said, well, Dom or Domo. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Dom. Turned off the music in GT Sport only because I couldn't turn off Courtney Barrett. Who's that? I don't even know who the hell that is. Is it terrible? Is it awful? Let me go on Spotify it. It'll get me demonetized if I play it. Ooh, she looks nasty. Which one's on Gran Turismo, do you reckon? Continental Breakfast? Nameless Face? I don't know. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to have my stream demonetized because of her. So it'll be the same for all cars racing. In each individual series it will be, Andrew, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically, that is the series sponsor. Typically. Not in every case, but usually, so. 3 days ago, I did a Calsonic livery in the GR2. Nice one. Pietro.
Did it take you 3 days?
Ooh, maybe.
Really just don't know what else to add. I think what I'm going to do
Yeah.
is I'm going...
Sorry you meant Barnett. She's a Tassie chick. Is she? Never heard of her. Never heard of her. Been fun, Matt. Expect the end result on Discord. For sure, Matt. Thank you very much for joining. I really do. I really do appreciate you you all being here. But you as well, Matt. We'll pop some stuff up in Discord, mate, and hopefully I'll have a livery time-lapse video up on my channel very shortly. But the end result's only going to be what Ryan finishes the stream with, so no pressure, mate, but you don't want to leave it half done.
Yeah, I know, right? That's it, though. By choosing the tyre sponsor, that makes it easier.
It took me a while to understand what Maguire's was because I was reading it with an Italian pronunciation like Meguyas.
Yep, that'll get you.
That'll get it done. Don't mind a few of her songs, but to each their own. That's true, Mitch. Music's subjective.
Much like anything.
Oh, Dominic uploaded the Megarangs logo. Love me a spicy Megarang. Oh, good grief. They're so bad for you though. And yeah, you did a logo. Did you do a livery? Did you do a special Megarangs livery? That's so tasty though. Good catching up, Ryan, at the windy place called the Bend. Mr. Chancellor has arrived. The man who has just used sim racing to go and do some real racing. Congratulations, by the way, Shano. You must be pretty chuffed with yourself. And you were the one that actually got him onto that, Ryan, were you? That competition.
Yeah. I mean, not like I had an exclusive ticket or something to it, but I happened to be walking through the area and saw that there was on, and old mate Shano had no idea. So
you put him onto it. He went and won the competition, and now I believe you're racing utes in real life, like the racing utes. Where's that? Trying to think what track you said.
But
a bit more to it, was there?
Yep.
Had to pass a physical fitness test. Colin comes in with some timely encouragement for you, Ryan, letting you know that it's good. You're keeping people in suspense about going and downloading these damn decals, though. Just get it done, man. You got to go feed. Cheers for the stream next time, fellas. Thank you, Super Crutch. Thank you very much for joining. Pleasure to have you come along. You did, Dom. You put one on the Hyundai. Nice. Search it up, Jules Liddell. And I might do the same at some stage. Have a look at the Megarangs car. There you go. Shane, chucking you some friend thumbs for letting him know. V8 Ute at the Bend, time trials, etc. If I beat others, I race at Bathurst. That's badass. That's real life racing, by the way, guys. He's talking about there. So a sim competition that was at the Bend Australian GT Championship race last weekend. He jumped on as a crowd member, won a time, and now he's off to race in actual ute. So that's cool.
And just beat a time by Davey Reynolds as well, by the way.
Yeah. Just if you don't know who David Reynolds is, he's actually a current Supercars driver. In fact, if you watch the Supercars series, you can't not know who David Reynolds is. I would say he's a consistent top 10 finisher and a semi-consistent top 5 finisher.
He's tied for second in the championship this year so far.
That is true. That is true. So far, it's going well. What do you think the best GR3 car is in GTS? Oh, it depends what track you're at, Shannon. It really does.
And what's your driving style and how you feeling this day? And
correct. Especially given in the daily sports and FIA races, you can't adjust setup, tuning, anything like that. So yeah, that all plays a bit of a part. Different cars will feel good to different people. I think the Porsche is very, very strong. The 911 RSR is very, very strong through tight, twisty stuff. Corners in general. Although, having said that, fast understeer producing corners don't necessarily agree with the Porsche, and it's down on horsepower. So if you need a lot of grunt, the Porsche is no good. So I don't know.
It's too specific to each individual, I
It is.
think.
I think if I had to pick one, it would be the car that you're looking at on screen. And I think that's because it's the latest car, and like most game developers, when they bring in something new, a new item, whether it be a DLC thing or what have you, they tend to make it too good to start with and then nerf it later. That is a common trend I see. Shannon, you meant in general can't find a GR3 that suits you. This one you're looking at, it can be tough to drive though, having said that. But I still think it is... I still think this is probably the strongest at the moment, but I'd imagine next update, when they sort of rebalance the cars, this will take a hit. I really do believe that. You can't do shit with the Porsche even though everyone praises it. Well, the Porsche's got a very accurate front end. Its turn-in is great, but if the corner is too fast, it will understeer a bit, and it's down on horsepower. So if you're a bit more of a stop-start driver, it's not going to be any good for you. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage, it does feel amazing, Hemulin. It does. I will admit, the Aston Martin. And the Z4, actually. The Z4 is a phenomenal bit of kit. But both... Well, the Aston last time I really tried hard with it. By the way, here's the logos you can download. So, you've obviously just found me. That's my PlayStation.
Just type in CR and there they are.
Just type in CR and bang. They're the two logos that you need. The Aston Martin is great. It used to be down on horsepower, but I believe it actually got a bit of a buff at the last update, which is cool. If you can handle understeering cars, the RCF is definitely a good car to go for. If you can handle understeering cars, it's the best. The only reason, Mitch, that the Lexus doesn't always agree with me is because I don't love understeer. Yeah, that's a good tip, Luca. Just fire up time trial mode on your favourite. It doesn't have to be Bathurst, just your favourite track, one that you know very, very well. And just do time trials on them. Just go out, spin a few laps, give yourself 5 or 10 laps to get used to the car, and you'll soon figure out which ones you like and which ones you don't. The Lancer is very good, but it gets destroyed on the straights. Haven't spent a lot of time in the Lancer. Z4 is my go-to GR3 car and haven't found a GR4 that suits me yet. The Z4 is good, it just is down on grunt. It needs a bit of a buff. That's what I think. Anyway. Might need a fuel supply as well. Now, where is the big Nordschleife logo going to go? Oh, we've only got 3 minutes left to share play. It's getting intense now. Lancer is too slippy for me, personally, can't handle it. I think last time from memory I used the Lancer, I wasn't a fan. But, you know, things get updated and changed so often that it's hard to tell. Dropping one in the number plate hole. Shano, you need a PS4 to get this epic game. Get it done, man. Get it done. It's a good alternative online to something like iRacing. For the it's iRacing for the consoles is what it is. It has its problems, but so does iRacing, as we established on Facebook the other day. But it is certainly a good thing. It could do with a decent injection of new tracks. Did you reverse those two logos on the bonnet?
What do you mean?
Did you put one in there and then reverse it on the other side?
No, don't need to.
Oh, I just thought they didn't quite look the same.
Well, because of the track. Like, I've just tried to line it up a little bit, but yeah, anyway.
Speedy, you finished 5th with 20 seconds of penalties. That's pretty good going, though, to come 5th with 20 seconds of penalties. But, man, penalties. Yeah, see how they're off skew? You seen that?
Yeah, I know, I see it.
Yeah. I wonder what keeps coming up that big black box underneath. Because bearing in mind that it's not... The PlayStation's no longer hiding anything. Because it doesn't know that I'm live streaming, because this is through the PC. And it's just a big random black box comes up on the screen. Unlike real racing where cars are restricted based on their performance on that circuit, GTS just balances the car across all, so you always get a good car for the circuit. It does, but it doesn't always do a great job of it spaced, I don't think, anyway. Some cars feel amazing on some tracks, and at others just doesn't work that well. What were you going to say, Ryan?
Yep.
Cool. Luke, the track list is the biggest weakness. Couldn't agree with you more there. That is very, very true statement. But I feel like they're going to realise that. I feel like Polyphony Digital are going to definitely wake up one day and go, that's the end of that. Let's get that going, because it's the end of the car. Let me know when you've started it.
Yep.
There we go. So all the newer people that joined into this stream that was like, man, this Charlie Roscoe guy can really do liveries. What I can do is share play. Share play Ryan doing a really good livery. But yes, anyway, as I was saying, I think PD will soon realise they need to add a bunch of tracks in before people start clicking away. A grid for the livery creator would be awesome, so you could line up decals better.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt, but you can make your own.
You can
make your own if you need to for
reference. At the same time, it's... Sometimes when you come out this far, having a grid doesn't necessarily make it any easier.
So you're just going to realign those two logos on the bonnet later, or what's the go there?
We'll see, mate.
Triggered. Lancer is good. Won a couple of GR4 races. Yeah, Shannon. GR4 and GR3, I find they're not necessarily the same. You can have one really good car in GR4 that doesn't work so well in GR3. I like the way they're trickling in. Ooh. I think being able to link layers or group some would be fantastic.
Yep. I'll agree with that
Speedy
sentiment.
has just dropped the mod hammer on Spaced Skunk. Oh, it was timeout. He's dropped a He's dropped a timeout for old Space Skunk there, and it looks like it was entirely
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Same.
I like the way they're trickling in the car and circuits, to be honest. It makes every update exciting. I prefer it. That's what Space says, and Speedy's like, you, sir, are going to get timed the F out for 300 seconds. It's all good, man. It's all good as long as Space isn't offended by it. It's all good. You hate to say it, but you have to laugh.
Yeah, that's humorous.
Yeah, Speedy was like, you and your opinion can absolutely go and get timed out for 300 seconds.
Yeah. That is cool.
Ah, good times. But anyway, this car is seriously starting to look pretty good at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the level I'm gonna do. I mean, I could do much more.
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna.
No, that looks nice, man. I like it. Yeah, Shane, I will definitely be having a Nordish Life t-shirt. But we sort of only released that logo around about 2 hours ago. But that is coming up. And also the Bathurst 1.2 hour that we did. Shane wants you to make his XL look like that. I'm sure you could design that on his XL.
That wouldn't be that hard.
Space just subscribed. That's his normal initiation, getting mod hammered. That's right. All new subscribers get timed out immediately for having an opinion.
Yeah, do not go in here with your opinions.
You and your opinions can absolutely get timed out.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, Dom wants a petrol sponsor. He wants a petrol sponsor badly.
Look, I'm just fixing up the first prop. So you see, this is why I had to change the angle to start with. Yeah.
Why's that?
I've changed it, but now you can see
that you can just duplicate on reverse. Oh,
yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah,
look
I know. That's what I did the first time. But look at it. I don't like that. I think it looks shit.
Definitely going to have a Nord t-shirt in the merch that is coming up over the next couple of days. It was not a joke, Andrew. You are not gullible. You might be gullible. I don't know. That looks good. That looks good, mate. And something about the green just seems to work with the Lexus, I think. Did you see, Shano, on the store, on the merch store, which I'll copy and paste in the chat now. Paste. Let me go back to the right thing. Did you see on the store, Shane, I chucked in a sports shirt just for you, mate. I was thinking of you when I did it. It's the white one with the smaller logo on the front. And I even said, if you look at the description of the shirt, actually their description is men's moisture wicking performance t-shirt. And what I said about the shirt... Oh, that's their description. Here you go, here's my description. Need a shirt to hide under your race suit? The CR Sport has you covered. That's what you need as a under race suit shirt. You're definitely buying a Nord tee. I'm hoping to get one designed in the next day or two. You almost bought that? Nice. Nice. I wish they had the actual, you know, like the homologated proper long sleeve shirts. But it wasn't an option, so that's the best I could do. Hey, wow, that's a hard name to start off with. Let's go with Machiez? No, I've got no idea how to say that name. But welcome to you. It is great to have you along. I apologise I can't say your name. Yeah. Macier? Let's go with that. Let's pretend like it's French. If you could
just go ahead and not ban this person, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty cool, Speedy, if you could just not time them out for 300 seconds. And that's why you're waiting until the Nerd logo t-shirt comes out. Fair enough, Speedy. I sit in my race suit when I sim race anyway. Well, you would. I mean, doesn't everyone... Like, I get my motorbike helmet out and put that on and the gloves and everything.
Certainly not something I do.
The Conzier, welcome, by the way. That doesn't help. I don't know how to pronounce that either.
What?
Marchez? Why am I finishing with a Z? When did J sound like a Z last time? Last time you were listening to the English language. Or, well, it's probably not the English language, but...
Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably not English.
The written language. Here we go. Marcija? Maybe. Could be that. Piosco seems to know what's going on. Welcome back, by the way. I presume work was uninteresting. Marchi? Piosco's gone for Marchi. Read. Read what? Yeah, I still don't know how to say it. Can he just have a name like Mike or some shit? Exactly. Problem is, if I'm like, yeah, welcome, Mike, they're gonna be like, I don't know who he's talking to.
Yeah, you talking to me?
Is that for me? Well, you're all Mike now. Marche. There we go, easy.
Okay.
Welcome, Marche. Great to have you here. I hope you've enjoyed the last 7.5 minutes of discussing your name pronunciation. So where'd you get up to? I haven't been watching you, Ryan. I've been watching the chat.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you, isn't it?
But it's done, isn't it? And you're naming it. Let's call him Mac. Mac sounds good. Welcome, Kay. Nice. I like that you just brought your first name down to a letter. That I can handle. I'm good with letters. Welcome, Kay. It's great to have you along. Ryan makes this livery shit look easy. Yeah. Yeah, you've done well.
Thanks, Shannon.
You've done very well. No, you have done well. Expert for sure, says Shane. Shane. I'd be keen to get you on Gran Turismo, Shane, because you used to be the speedy chicken.
Yeah.
So you were the fast guy.
Shano was the guy that made you leave the lobby because you're like, well, there's no point turning up now.
Yeah. Shano was the guy winning all the R Factor races, the league races, and everyone else was just like, pretty sure he's hacking. That's Speedy Chicken now, so I'd love to see a Shano versus Speedy Chicken battle it out, a race. Bathurst. Get it done, boys.
So, there we go. So, we'll say... See,
Yep. Yeah, is space still here? Has it been 300 seconds?
Surely.
You would think it has. Probably was like, thanks so much, Speedy Chicken. I'm out.
Livery settings, genre, gorgeous. Obviously.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous, darling.
I hate that you have to write this stuff in, so I just don't. I'm just generic as.
Yeah, I'm the same. That always annoys me running up. That's why you were late tonight. You had to finish 2 V8 races.
Get around it.
And I bet you won them both, didn't you? I bet you did, Shano. Well, that looks bloody sensational. You going to go throw Escape to finish the live stream off?
I don't do escapes, mate.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I think it's only fitting that we do it.
Are you going to throw a lap?
Not a full lap.
Just a bit of a lap.
Yep.
Take it to like...
The Nürburgring.
I was going to say. Or Suzuka, you know. Whatever you feel like. Suzuka's fine, I guess.
Yeah, look, I mean... It's a Japanese car.
Fail.
And I can't be bothered doing a full Nürburgring lap.
Well, you could have just done the normal circuit.
The effort that's required.
You did too, Shane, you cheeky bastard. You won them both.
Get around it.
You won them. I would love to see Shano versus Speedy Chicken. You've got to get yourself a PS4. Get it done.
Do it, mate.
Get it. Get GT. And I'd live stream that shit. Just 1v1, you and Speedy.
Just be aware though, like I'm not that great of some drivers. I don't have any sound.
Plus you're on board where no one can see your car. At least go third person.
I
At least switch her over to third person, mate. Come on.
don't even know how.
Triangle? Maybe?
No, not triangles.
Square?
No. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go. That's looking alright. That AstroTurf's not looking that good, though.
No.
No one wants to see a you versus Shano race. Oops. Oh, good grief.
I'm going to have to do it here so I can actually hit an apex to make the photo look cool.
You'll hook yourself up. Cool. I'm glad. Anyone know how to get the 12H BP RX-7 livery that was on the live stream the other night? Tried to find it but couldn't. The BP.
That was a Betty one, wasn't it?
It was a Betty one. I think I just ripped it straight down off Betty's. I think Betty's not still here. Is Betty still here?
But that's alright. If you just go onto the Gran Turismo. Oh, there you go.
Oh dear, that's disappointing.
Okay, that'll do. We'll get an image out of that.
Yeah, don't bump it after all that good work. You don't want to smash your livery up.
I kept it off the wall.
Andrew said it's L1 to change view. Is that right? Is that what it ended up being?
I think it's R1 actually.
Oh.
What do you know, Andrew? Come on.
You can't. Come on, mate. Jeez, get it together. Speedy's been very quiet. I feel like Speedy's gone off to do another race. He quickly
He went to do the Nationals, didn't he?
He quickly bounced in, banned someone for 300 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
And bounced right back on out again. 0 Fs were found by Speedy.
Oh, God, Speedy.
Did you actually get paint damage?
Well, I did this before anyway, so...
This is my thumbnail for this video right here, so make it count. Probably off practicing after that ban, probably. Speedy is still here. Not your poor victim, but you are still here, which is still great. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, like it. Nice. Good angle. Good angle. Take a screenshot of that, and can you please share it so that I can download it and use it as a thumbnail?
I can.
It does look pretty sick. I like it. Good job, Ryan. Can I just say officially, that's a good job.
Not bad considering coming into this, I'd never looked at the car before. Had no idea what I was actually going to do with it. Continued to do probably the most outrageous livery I've ever done, and managed to pull it off with minimal sponsors.
No, you've done well. You have done well. What's your fast lap on Bathurst with the tune? I've got no idea, Mickey. Absolutely no idea. You share it and I'll repost it later. Greetings from Ecuador. Greetings right on back from Australia. Carlos is a fan of your design. Says it looks good. Says it looks good. So plenty of praise for you. And of course, if you have enjoyed Ryan's hard work, I'd like to sponge off that by getting a like off you all, if I could, please. Because I do enjoy sponging off someone else's hard work. That looks the business. It does. It does look the gear, doesn't it? Well, good job. And look, I think on that note, while we watch Ryan's semi-poor lap around the Suzuka circuit, we might end the live stream there. What do you reckon, Ryan?
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, I guess at this point I will thank everyone for joining the stream. You've all made it real. It's been great. Yeah, 43 watching, 40... Actually, I've got 41 watching and 46 likes. Hey, G-Rex. How you going? Look, we are going to end the stream there, but yes, thank you to everyone who has come along for the chat. It's been great having you along, and even those that are lurking without chatting, it's always nice to have you. Thank you to everyone that's left a like, to the new subscribers as well, and of course, Ryan, thanks for doing the livery, mate.
No worries.
It's come up sensational. I think we can all agree. So appreciate your time, your efforts.
Oh, geez, that's just the power shot right there.
The power shot.
I'm gonna leave that one there to finish the session.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that. I like that too. Yeah, lots of getting lots of positivity, lots of good vibes in the chats.
Yeah.
So well done, all.
Strange to think that it's been weeks. How many weeks now since we've done one of these?
Yeah.
The last time we did a livery stream was when I did that Red Bull Audi.
It has been a long time. It has been a long time. So cool.
With GT Sport penalty system going the way it is, we might make more of it.
Yeah. But you're right. This might be sort of the more popular thing to do on a live stream than race at the moment. Open lobbies are still cool, so I'll do some open lobby streams. But anyway, we've got some shows coming up soon. I'm going to end it there. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you, Ryan. I can't wait to talk to you all next time. But for now, it's goodbye.